Epictetus, one of the greatest names in Stoicism, lived a life of challenges, teachings, and self-mastery. Despite being born a slave, he became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers in history. His journey is a testament to the power of the mind over external circumstances and the human capacity to find happiness and meaning in life. In today's video, you will learn about Epictetus's story, his most valuable teachings, and how his philosophy can transform your life. Stay until the end and discover how to apply these principles in your daily life. The origin of Epictetus. Epictetus was born around 50 Anno Domini in Hierapolis, a city in Phrygia in present-day Turkey. From early on, his life was marked by difficulties. He was born a slave and was taken to Rome, where he served a master named Epictetus, one of Emperor Nero's trusted men. Despite his servile condition, Epictetus showed a great thirst for knowledge. His master, Epictetus, allowed him to receive philosophical education, something unusual for slaves. Thus, he had the rare opportunity to study philosophy under the guidance of Musonius Rufus, one of the great Stoic masters of the time. Rufus believed that philosophy should be applied in practice and taught that virtue was the supreme good. This teaching profoundly shaped Epictetus, who learned early on the importance of self-control, resilience, and acceptance of fate. It is said that Epictetus had a defective leg, possibly due to mistreatment. One story tells that his master deliberately broke his leg, and even so, Epictetus remained calm, stating that this was expected. This episode reflects his conviction that physical suffering is something that cannot shake the true essence of a man. For him, true freedom was not in the absence of chains, but in the ability to keep his mind unshakable in the face of adversities. Freedom and teaching. Over time, Epictetus obtained his freedom and dedicated himself to philosophy. However, in 93 Anno Domini, Emperor Domitian banished all philosophers from Rome, forcing him to exile in the city of Nicopolis, Greece. It was there that he founded his own school, attracting students from various parts of the Roman world. His school quickly became a reference for those seeking a deeper understanding of Stoic philosophy and how to apply it in everyday life. Unlike other philosophers, Epictetus wrote nothing. His teachings were recorded by one of his students, Arrian, in the book Discourses, and in the Enchiridion, Epictetus's manual. These writings became fundamental guides of Stoicism, teaching principles of self-control, virtue, and acceptance of fate. His teaching method was based on dialogues and questioning, encouraging students to reflect on their actions and take full responsibility for their own lives. The teachings of Epictetus. Epictetus believed that the key to a fulfilling life lies in control over what depends on us and acceptance of what is beyond our control. Among his main teachings, the following stand out. 1. Internal control. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. He taught that we should distinguish between what is and what is not under our control. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions are under our power, while fate, others' opinions, and external events are not. By focusing on what we can control, we avoid unnecessary frustrations. 2. Virtue above all. For Epictetus, the goal of life is not the pursuit of pleasure or power, but the practice of virtue. Courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom were the pillars of a righteous and meaningful life. 3. Acceptance of fate. He preached the need to accept events as they are without revolting. Do not seek that things happen as you want, but desire that they happen as they must happen, and your life will be peaceful. 4. The importance of resilience. Epictetus believed that suffering can be a teacher. He saw challenges as opportunities to strengthen the mind and character. For him, true growth occurs when we face difficulties without lamentation, but with determination and learning. 5. Freedom of mind. According to Epictetus, a truly free man is one who is not enslaved by his desires, fears, or external opinions. Those who master themselves become unshakable and find inner peace, regardless of the circumstances around them. 6. The importance of self-discipline. Epictetus saw self-discipline as an essential tool for a virtuous life. He taught that we should control our impulses and act with prudence, avoiding being carried away by uncontrolled emotions or momentary pleasures that take us away from our greater purpose. Epictetus and the pursuit of happiness. Unlike what many think, happiness for Epictetus was not in wealth, fame, or pleasure, but in the tranquility of the mind and in coherence with one's values. For him, true freedom was not in the absence of external restrictions, but in the ability to control our emotions and thoughts. By adopting his philosophy, a man becomes unshakable. He does not despair in the face of adversities, does not let himself be carried away by destructive passions, and finds meaning in the journey itself. He understands that genuine happiness doesn't come from the external world, but from inner peace achieved through virtue and self-control. The mind, trained by Stoicism, is not shaken by others' opinions, nor does it despair at life's challenges. Instead of seeking fleeting rewards, the Stoic finds contentment in acting correctly, regardless of circumstances. This is true freedom, not being a slave to emotions, desires, and external expectations, but being master of oneself. Thus, the pursuit of happiness, according to Epictetus, is actually the pursuit of inner harmony, resilience, and mastery of one's own mind. Those who learn to live by these principles discover that nothing can take them off the path, because their happiness does not depend on external factors, but on their own stance toward life. Conclusion: Epictetus teaches us that true strength comes from within. His story of overcoming and his teachings are a timeless guide for those who wish to live with wisdom, serenity, and purpose. If you want to learn how to become an unshakable man and find true happiness through Stoic philosophy, subscribe to the channel now. And to show that you made it this far and are committed to your growth, leave your like to show that you commit to speaking with the posture of a real man. Until the next video, Air of Wisdom.